I started reading, and I learned that this Facebook and everything we listen to and learn, watch, listen to, has been stopping us from going where we need to go. Your mind does wonders, and when you watch everything else, it stops your mind from thinking, you know?
Alright, so let's kick it off. Episode 001 of Surviving Startup.
We surviving the startup.
We surviving the startup.
What that means?
What that mean, bro? I should have did my homework last night, right? So I can't remember the number, but I think it's like close to like 70% to 80% of businesses fail within the first 5 years.
90%
90% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. Boom, right? So
the next 10%, the next 5% fails within the next 5 years.
Break that down. I'm gonna let you go into that because you got the numbers, bro.
Because like, so for it
Come
to
on
be,
closer to your mic though.
for it to be a, like, if we're talking generational thing, there's only a few companies that's been around for generations. Most companies fail. We're not talking about restaurants because that's a whole different subject, but most companies fail within the first year. 90% of the companies fail within the first year.
So the first year,
90%
of companies.
90% of the companies fail within the first year. First year. The second year.
Stop sliding.
The second year, what is it?
I think that's your
This is
play.
my thing. The second year, I think it was about 7%, 6 or 7%. So most companies don't last within 5 years, bro. Period. But that has nothing to do with numbers. That has nothing to do with anything. If we think about it, we want to take it technical. It's more of a mental thing. Most people give up.
So let's take it there. We're gonna take it there later, next when we get to that part. So on this podcast, Surviving Startup, we want to be that bridge to help people go from startup to success, and not just helping them get to success from startup, but also being that what would you call it, support group.
Support system.
Right? Yeah. So we are not just looking at trying to get people there, because we trying to get there ourselves.
We ain't there yet.
We ain't there yet. We working on
going
it, right?
there.
So what y'all gonna get to
there.
see is not just us building this community of entrepreneurs that's trying to make it past that startup phase, but also being able to see the struggles that we struggle with in our startup. You know what I mean?
Everybody got struggles.
Everybody. So we don't want nobody that's doing a startup to feel like they're alone out here or they don't have nowhere to go. So that's what we want to get to people. So that's what we're gonna be going with it. I'm gonna let you kick it off, bro. Tell us what you do, who you are, where you at in your business.
I am Terry Sylvester. We part of Team Sexy. Team Sexy, that's us. Team Sexy is who I am. I'm a part of Team Sexy.
Make sure you tell the people who is the other part of Team Sexy, so they don't think it's me.
Me and my True. Me and my wife, Kaylee Sylvester, Team Sexy. That's us. I wish I had a logo out. I'd be like, hey, that's us right there. But no, that's what I do.
I'm gonna have to go back and edit this episode.
Oh, it's all good.
So I can throw some stuff.
No, that's what I do. And what I do is I'm a detailer. I detail cars. We come to you. Well, like I say, we starting this. So let's be real. I have a first shift job. So I'm a welder first shift, but after that I detail cars. We come to you. We come to you. Luxurious Mobile Detailing. Sylvester's Luxurious Mobile Detailing. We come to you, we detail cars wherever you at. You got an hour to spare, we'll definitely be there. That's what we do.
So where would you say you at in your startup phase?
And I've been doing this for approximately 5 years legally, about 7, not without paperwork, you know what I mean? No DBA, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But legally it's been paperwork, it's been 5 years we've been doing this. So we still starting.
So you still surviving,
we still
but
grinding.
you still going though after that 5 years. So, yeah, you beat the first part of the odds.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's what I do.
So I'm Jamon Davis. Me and my wife don't got no team name yet. We got to get one so we can start marketing us. But yeah, I am a videographer. I work with businesses, help businesses tell their story. I'm still in my 9 to 5, which is third shift. So I do thirds, I get off thirds, and then I just try to grind out however many hours I can spare to spend on my business. I'm trying to take that time to spend on my business. But legally on papers, probably 2 years. Before that, I was actually over the media at my church for like 6 years, and that's where I discovered my passion for video. So probably been doing this about 10 years. Nice. A few years after I started in the church, I started thinking about making it a business, so I started doing like a lot of wedding stuff and all kind of different stuff. So from there, it's just been trying to figure out where my niche is at, right? And business, I found that that's who I like telling that story, figuring out like what does your business represent, who you are as a business, and then how can we reach the goals using video that you set for yourself. And that's who I am, and that's where I'm at in my journey.
What got you there?
Where?
To that point where you decided video was what you wanted to do and that you wanted to make it a business instead of working for another person. So what got you there?
What got me to that point, I probably would say, was the fact that, first of all, I didn't even really know I had a passion or a talent for video, right? So I started going to church, and then I just wanted to be part of the church, you know what I'm saying? Being involved in doing things. So they put me in the media. Once I got in the media, like, it really wasn't nobody in the media really that was really doing videos and all of this stuff, right? It was somebody who was doing it, but they didn't really have the passion for it, right? Yeah. And they wanted to get out, right? Yeah. So when I came along, it was like, oh yeah, like, we got somebody. So it's like, now after being in church like 2 or 3 months, now they're like, all right, boom, you the head of media. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So now I had to figure it out. Yeah. So as I started learning, I just realized kind of early that you could be done, big boy. You can go in there now to do the thing. I just just take it with you. Just set it, hit that record button, turn that record button off.
Hey, this is live. We doing this. This is the first episode. This is how we doing it. Big boy behind the scenes. He gonna be behind the scenes.
So as I started to just really figure stuff out, how to do video, how to shoot, how to edit, and all of this, I just had a passion for it, bro. It was like natural. Like, I just picked up the talent so easily, and then I started to look at people who had been doing it for way longer than me, and I was like, yo, my stuff is competing visually with the people who've been doing this for a minute, and they out here making money off of it. So I'm like, yo, like, cause my thing always been, I don't want to be doing a job for the rest of my life that I hate. You know what I'm saying? I would rather be doing something that I love and making money off of that. So it's kind of like a no-brainer. And then that's why I started off with the weddings, and then I just kind of like started experimenting. It was quite a few people in the church who was trying to like do their own businesses. So I actually would do like little commercials for them too. Yeah, when I go back and look at them, bro, oh my God.
Hey, but you learn.
I learned. The mugs was trash.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Cringy. I go look at my old videos and they be cringy.
Yeah, you learn.
Oh yeah. I came a long way though, bro.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
So what's been your toughest obstacle?
My toughest obstacle in running my business has been me.
Elaborate on that.
Me, meaning I read a lot, and I read Steve Harvey's book. It's called Take a Leap, or Don't Be Scared. It's something about jumping over the broom. And in his book, he says you have to be able to take this leap of faith. Whatever you want to do, something's been calling you to do it. Most people are scared to take a leap of faith because they're comfortable in what they're doing. And right now, my biggest obstacle is being comfortable. I'm a welder. I make good money at what I'm doing. My life is straight. It ain't great. It's straight. It's better than a lot of people's, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But what I want is great. And right now, I'm in a process it's like the devil and the angel on my shoulders. Taking a leap of faith. Right now, I can do what I want to do. I know that. Mm-hmm. I know once I say I quit today, that I'm going to be great tomorrow. I know that. But realistically, I got mortgage to pay.
Yeah.
I got a mortgage to pay. So if I quit today, I still got a mortgage to pay. You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So that's what I mean. Like me being an obstacle, because I physically know I can quit right now and be great. I can quit what I'm doing right now for them and go do what I'm doing and be great. But in my life, I can't. I mean, I can, but I can't.
It's the obstacle.
It's the obstacle. That's the obstacle I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure it out. I pray about it every night.
So definitely one of the hot topics we're gonna have to hit on,
because that's where I'm at,
is how do you transition from your 9 to 5 to your business,
and
like, what did that look like?
And realistically, you can't be great in your business when you run another man's business.
Cause you spending most of the time. You getting part time.
Spending 10 hours in this nigga's business.
Yeah, you getting part time. You spending 40, 50 hours over here in this business, and then that only leave you so much time over here
to do what I need to do in my business.
And at that startup phase, it's the hardest because we building, right? It ain't like the systems is in place already.
It ain't nothing. I learned everything from myself. Yeah. Like, so from the paperwork. Luckily, I got my wife who has been a GM for a few different places, right? If I didn't have her, I don't know how to keep books, bro. Like, I would have to. That's another thing I would have to learn. Like, my wife know bookkeeping. She keep everything how it's supposed to be. So if the IRS was to come look at us today, she got all. I don't know. I don't know. Fuck. Hopefully she got everything in check. Hopefully she got everything in check. But I know her, so I know she got everything in check. Me, that would have been something else. A whole nother thing I would have had to learn, or took a fail on, because that's what most people fail on. Not keeping their books right. So.
The IRS is some people you
that's it.
Bro.
Whole different situation.
I want to IRS.
I ain't had no problems with them yet, so I want to keep them far away. Don't look at my name. But my wife keeps that in check. But no, if that wasn't a thing, then that's a whole nother aspect I would have to learn. And who had time to do that, realistically, when you're working 9 to 5? So my 9 to 5 is really taking all the time, because I still do what I do, but it's taking a lot of time.
It's take all that 9 to 5.
And not only does it take the time, let's be clear, it makes you comfortable.
Exactly.
It makes you comfortable. So now, instead of getting up and grinding hard, like you need to grind, instead of going to put out those flyers, instead of going to knock on this door, instead of going to, fuck, I'm chill. My car is gonna come.
The bills,
you know what I mean?
So it's just something different when it's like, yo, all right, I don't got no check coming.
I ain't got no check. I had to get out. I gotta get outside, and I gotta put these flyers out, and I gotta knock on these doors, and I gotta meet these people. When I got my 9 to 5, I mean, it is what it is. But that's realistically that's my obstacle I have to get over.
It's getting through that.
Getting over that.
Yeah. To the point where you can
being
stop
able to
doing
jump
over here is making that transition from that 9
and
to 5.
I keep telling myself, I gotta hit this number. Once I hit this number, I'ma stop. Once I hit this number, I'ma stop. That number ain't gonna fucking happen. I just realistically need to stop.
Yeah.
Cause you keep waiting on this number, that number change every week. Price go up with gas every week.
Yeah. The cost of living is changing. So you say, I need this much.
Oh, I need this much, but then when you get there, it's like, that ain't gonna work.
And then realistically, you want to at least be making in your business more than what you're making at your 9 to 5, because at your 9 to 5 you got insurance that you paying through the company. Once you paying that yourself,
that's the pocket.
It's gonna be more, way more money that you like. The bills is only gonna increase once you stop that 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where they come down to, my babies. I got child support. If I quit right now, because that's what I tell motherfuckers. I come here. I tell people that when I go to work, I only come here to pay child support. Realistically, this job don't mean shit to me. I come here to pay child support. These motherfuckers, child support take my paycheck. So realistically, I come here to pay child support. Everything else, I gotta figure it out.
Yep.
That don't pay my mortgage. I pay child support. I pay another motherfucker to live.
And then it's crazy because when we think about it, and we think about the numbers we want to do in our business, like, it ain't even what we making in our jobs ain't really comparing to the dream.
It ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't. That's what I tell people. They got this thing what it's called. I got Benz dreams. Benz dreams. People got Benz dreams. You have a Benz or whatnot. I don't want the Benz. My whole life I always wanted a Maybach. Until I get a Maybach in my, just because. People say, why you want a Maybach or why you want to spend that much? Just because that's always what I wanted. It ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm going to make sure everybody I know eating and everybody good, but I got Maybach dreams. You can keep your Benz dreams. My dreams is up here. So what I'm doing from 9 to 5 would never work. It would never put a Maybach in my driveway. At no point in time.
It's almost like we talking to ourselves right now.
Yeah.
Like legit. Right? Like legit. Like legit. Like nigga.
But that's where my problem is. Just stopping. Just stopping. Saying screw it. My wife is GM. She been a GM for many different places.
So you got that. You got a structure that you can have inside your business without having to go outside. You know what I'm saying?
See, we got everything we need to do. I'm a worker. She the GM at the moment, but I have to say I quit to them in order for my dream to actually
manifest. Yeah, for that to manifest.
For sure.
I think.
What's your biggest obstacle?
One of my biggest obstacles, bro. So I took a business class, right? A business cohort, actually, and what I saw when I took that was my dream that I want to get up here to with the amount of money that I want to make in my business and the grind that I had was separate. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I seen like the grind, like I was out here doing some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here doing stuff, trying to make stuff move and pop and all of that. But it's something about when you get mentors that been through it before. You know what I'm saying? And they look and like, okay, so you want to make how much in this amount of time? Okay, you doing what now? Okay. Like you gonna have to step this grind up like 100%, 200%. You know what I'm saying? And then when I saw that, what that looked like, and what that would look like for my family, right?
Sacrifices.
I took sacrifices. This is the biggest thing, right? Hope my wife don't get mad about me sharing all of this stuff right now.
Hey, we on the podcast. This is what
this is for y'all. Like,
pay for your Birkin bag.
Hey, if I got Look, if I gotta have it out with my wife,
I'm about to buy your Birkin bag.
I'll very much appreciate that. The listeners appreciate what I'm saying right now. Right, but nah, for real though, that sacrifice is real, bro.
Yeah, it's real.
Right? Because we didn't grow up in an environment where it was like the dad was out working, and then the mom was taking care of home. You feel me? We didn't grow up in those environments. Me or my wife, right? So now when you see like I'm gonna have to be out here from this morning, like especially if I quit my job, that means from the early morning to the nighttime, I gotta be out here grinding because these bills gotta get paid, right? So one of the things that my business coach advised kind of suggested was that I write a letter to my wife explaining like this is what these changes is gonna look like, right? Like, it's going to look like me having late nights. I'm not going to be able to always be here for dinner. I'm not going to be able to help you with the kid. We got a 2-year-old, you know what I'm saying? An 8-year-old, and my wife work from home. You feel me? My 15-year-old, he go to school from home. So now we got this environment in the house where it's all of these people in the house, right? And she's working, there, right? Yeah. So, but now I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna be able to be there like I've been there.
Yeah.
And this is what this is going to look like. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, I took time on the letter. I put love into the letter. I'm like, but you know what I mean? First of all, I talk to my wife and see, like, what do you really want?
Right.
Like, what does the house look like that you want?
Right.
What does the car look like that you want?
What do you
right?
want?
What do you want? Right? So now this is what I got to do to take us to that level, right? I got to do all of this to take us to that level, and it's gonna look like me not being there a lot of the time, right?
Acceptable.
Yeah, and I put the love in it, like, babe, I'm doing this for you. So in my mind, all right, this is about to be a smooth transition into the grind, right? Into this change in the grind, bro. The hardest thing, bro, was navigating that change from the time when my wife can't come and say, babe, can you come help me with this? My office in my garage right now. Right. I moved it to my garage instead of my sunroom because I was around my wife.
Yeah.
And that gave her too much easy access to me.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? But even when I move my stuff out to the garage, that still kind of make it easy access, but I'm not right there in y'all face, right?
Right.
But now it's like, oh, when you come in, oh, babe, can you help me with this? No. Babe, can we do it? No. She's not used to hearing no, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, my wife not used to hearing no. We going out on the weekends. We doing this. We doing that. No, we stopping all of this for some months. We ain't doing nothing for some months. 3 months, we stopping all of this. In 3 months, we planning on taking a trip to Vegas. But that's how I want to make it, like, just grinding hard for like 3-4 whole months.
That's how
and
you're
then
supposed
take
to
the
be.
family on the trip, right? But then in between that time when you still trying to grind, though, it's still not smooth.
It's not gonna be easy.
So the biggest thing has been adjusting to that, right? To adjusting to the new situation and what that looked like. And a lot of the times, I don't know, like, I can't speak for nobody else, but if you are not in a situation or in a position where you are trying to do greater things, right, and you just living comfortably, then you're not in no uncomfortable situations that's going to require you to grow. Like, you're not putting yourself in those situations that require growth.
You stagnatic.
And that was one of the things.
You're sitting stagnatic and you comfortable with life.
You
never get comfortable with life.
And that was the thing with taking a business class and then having to deal with this in my marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro,
one of the biggest things I seen was my uncomfortable positions made me grow the most.
That's what makes you grow.
And this was an uncomfortable position in my marriage because it was trying to get the understanding of, like, do you not understand what I'm trying to do right now for us?
Yeah,
but then there's things that she going through too. Like, she got it. So it's just a matter of coming
women are different.
and just,
Women are different.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just a growth thing, bro. Like, that uncomfortability.
That's dope, though.
Forced growth in our marriage, though.
As long as you pushing that and making growth, that's what matters. That's what's up, though, because when you said something about podcasts, that shit sent tingles through my body. I ain't gonna lie to you. I told my wife that when I was like, something feels great about that. I don't know what.
Like it's supposed to be. Like
I don't know what. I don't even feel like that. But she was like, "Why? You feel nervous or something?" I was like, "Nervous ain't the word. It's just something different. I don't know. Because I don't get nervous. It ain't nervous.
Yeah.
It ain't that I'm nervous about it. Because we can come do what we gotta do. But it was something different. I was like, that's how I need to feel. And on most things, I don't feel that. I'm comfortable. And on most things, I'm comfortable. I like that. Fuck yeah, why not, bro? And that's a problem. Fuck yeah.
That uncomfortability. You gotta put yourself.
You gotta be uncomfortable. If you ain't uncomfortable, you stagnated.
Yep.
That means it's easy. That's why I feel about welding. That's why that shit is old to me, because I can do this shit in my sleep. That's an obstacle, though. That's an obstacle for sure.
Yeah,
because growth is everything. If you ain't growing, I tell you every day, if you ain't growing,
exactly.
I learned that if you ain't growing every day on what you're supposed to be doing, then I don't know what you're supposed to be doing. You stagnant.
But people get comfortable in that place, though, especially when you got a decent job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Comfortability ain't my thing.
But if COVID taught people anything, bro, it's
comfortability.
Comfortability will kill you.
I learned how to hunt during COVID.
COVID showed these people like nothing is guaranteed. Nobody thought something like COVID would actually happen.
Yeah,
niggas in the house for 2 years. We in the house for 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
We don't even remember that time that happened. Yeah. Like, oh, the COVID happened. That did happen. Okay.
A lot of businesses came too. Like, a lot of people went out of business. A lot of people started a business.
A lot of people won. A lot of people won.
A lot of people that started businesses during COVID didn't make it through that startup phase. You know what I'm saying? They ain't survived startup.
But hey.
And it's like, the economy is not always the best conditions. Nothing is always the best conditions. A lot of times when you say, okay, when I get this straight, when I get that straight, when I do this, when I do that, then I'll do this over here. Like, but the time is now. Like,
time is now. Like, time is now. Like when you said that, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Monday, we started. What did you say? This? What was this?
It was like 2 days ago.
2 days ago, we came up. You came up. You said something about this idea. Let's do it. Why not? Time is now.
Yep. So, just to give y'all a little bit of insight, we started an accountability group as men, right? To hold each other accountable to the things we say we're gonna do in our business for our families. And it just kind of evolved in, it just gave me the idea to do a podcast, right? That was 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
I had the idea before the meeting, but I wanted to wait till the meeting to bring the idea up. 2 days later, we in here podcasting. Like, we made this move. But then, though, at the same time, bro, it's things that we say we want in our business and for our business, and we ain't made the moves yet.
But it's going to happen.
It's definitely going to happen.
It's going to happen. Everything happened for a reason.
I think that sensation that you got, bro, really was because if we do what we need to do with this,
everything happened for a reason.
It's gonna go,
for sure.
It's gonna
like
go.
Right when I told, like, everything happened for a reason, because Lotus Bud. When I told you about Lotus Bud, I had a meeting with Lotus Bud CEO yesterday. I'm getting a Lotus Bud.
So now you franchising.
I'm franchising with Lotus Bud. Lotus Bud, go get you a spud.
Let me know if you need somebody to come in on that financial.
I'm getting a spud. We just had a meeting yesterday because he told me it was going to be a couple weeks.
Like 22.
You talking about cash?
Startup.
Yeah, 25. But like he said, we can figure it out.
Yeah, and then
I like you. We can figure it out. I got faith in it. So we gonna figure it out.
Definitely.
Realistically.
See, that's what come though. Like, why did you approach him for a Lotus Spud franchise? Like, what made you do that? What made you try to find the person who owned Lotus Spud and then try to see if it was something that was franchisable?
So, realistically, I've been on this journey with myself and realizing myself and how your mind works. Your mind works wonders. And I never had, like you say, we grew up, we do this. We ain't never had no daddies to teach us things. Like, I teach my son everything. You teaching your son everything. I mean, I probably not everything, but you teaching them enough. You get what I'm saying? I never had no one to teach me anything. I learned everything because I wanted to learn it. I taught myself. Whether it was Google, whether it was going to the library and figuring it out, because I'm older. You know what I mean? We went to the library, we figured it out. So I taught myself everything. So realistically, I started reading, and I learned that this Facebook and everything we listen to and learn, listen to, has been stopping us from going where we need to go. Your mind does wonders. And when you watch everything else, it stops your mind from thinking. Now you start thinking about the ATL, well, I don't even know, hip hop. What do they call it? What is it called?
You talking about the hip hop wise joint?
Yeah, like people start thinking about crazy things, and you start thinking about Facebook. Like, I look on Facebook right now, I'm of people talking about movies I ain't never even seen. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, but I'm gonna keep scrolling because I don't know. But like, your mind so I started reading and learning about myself and figuring it out. And the more I learned and the more I read, because they say you're supposed to teach yourself something every day. If you're not learning every day about your craft or something different, then what are you doing? So when I heard that, I was like, I need to be teaching myself. I got 8 hours. I work first shift, 8 hours every day. I used to listen to the Breakfast Club. No disrespect to Charlamagne and them niggas, but like, I used to listen to them because I thought they were talking knowledge. Like Envy, he would be like real estate. Yeah. Charlamagne would be like such and such.
Yeah, so they had those sides.
So I listened to them because I thought they were talking knowledge, but all in the middle of knowledge is so much bullshit. Like that get you sidetracked from what they just threw out.
Like you can't even focus on that y'all.
Like, you just said something different, then you contradicting what you're saying. Mm-hmm. So when I figured that out, I used to listen to them every morning. Every morning I was listening to Breakfast Club. That's how I knew what was going on in the world. Like, you know what? This shit negative as fuck. Like, damn, who got shot today? Who did this? Who did that? Like, you know what? I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna listen to something different. So I started reading books. That's what they told me. Every day you're supposed to learn something different. You're supposed to teach yourself something different every day of the week about your craft. And when I learned that, I went forward. Like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna listen to these dudes no more. I listen to books all day. And with that, it was like, a cat was like, I can't think of I want to say it was Napoleon Hill, one of his books. He was like, if you don't know something, just go out and fucking find the person who knows it. It's that simple. Like, most people don't be offended for you asking about their craft. Most people get offended for you asking for an autograph. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but now when you say, hey, how did you do this? Like, how did you
if I talk to you as a person and not a fan, most people won't get offended. So when he said that, it was like, all right, that makes sense, because I never gave a fuck about nobody anyway. I'm Terry Sylvester, so when I come in the room, I'm the star. Fuck who you are anyway. That's how I always thought. So when he said that, I was like, that makes sense. Why not just go out and find people who want what I'm doing? And I used to go on the Lotus Spud because I liked that they spuds. I mean, I liked the food. Never seen a Lotus Spud nowhere else. I never seen nothing like it. And I was like, okay, this is something different. But a cat that I knew from the hood owned it. Michael Buxton, which I thought, you know what I mean? When your perceptions is different when you don't know people. Mm-hmm. My perception was he was from the hood because, you know what I mean, this is how I see niggas, you know what I mean? He the promoter all over the place. He a hood nigga.
Yeah.
So in my perception, like, damn, I don't want to, me being me, I didn't want to fuck with that. Because I'm Terry Sylvester and these hood niggas, and I ain't trying to fuck with that. So realistically, I never touched it because I liked the spud, but I never touched it because I knew who these niggas was, realistically, who I thought they was. You get what I'm saying? Like, you grow up with my niggas from my older cousins.
Like when you look at people like that, you know you come from that kind of background where your family was into that kind of stuff, and you know, and then you see them doing it. It's like, yo, that might be a front.
It might be a front. That's where my brain went. Like, it might be a front. Like, I ain't trying to get involved with you niggas. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing something totally different. I'm not trying to get involved with you niggas. You know what I mean? But once a couple years go by and another one popped up, and then I see what Mike doing. I was like, well, damn, I know Mike. Like, he know me. He know the family. You know what I mean? We don't know each other, but we know each other.
Y'all connected in the same circle.
You know, Like, damn, why don't we just connect? So then I bumped into him, and it was like, let's figure something out. And Kate, man, I asked my wife, and when I asked my wife everything. So if there's certain things, when I say something to her, I could be like, hey, Kay, let's go camping this weekend. She don't say shit. She get on the internet and fucking be like, babe, camping's booked for next Thursday. And I'd be like, well, damn, I just said it. You didn't tell me nothing. Like, it was just an idea. You get what I'm saying? And then sometimes I say something and they'd be like, whoa, shit, I forgot you said that. We don't have enough money. Realistically, you didn't want to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I learned how my wife works. Certain things I could say and they'd be like, well, damn, it's booked already. Well, all right, well, fuck. Certain things they'd be like, we don't got the money for it. So I know how she thinking, if she really into it or not. It ain't got a shit to do about money because we can make it happen. So I know it ain't got nothing to do about money. Yep. So when I said something about Lotus Spud, she was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. It wasn't no
hesitation.
We don't got 20 grand. You just told me I couldn't fucking go to fucking Cooper's Hawk because when they have 150, bitch, now you talking about 20 grand. And you just was like, okay, let's do it. So I learned how my wife works. And when she said, okay, I know that she think the same way I'm thinking. Like, it's a win. It's a win-win situation. Like, why the fuck not? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I brought it up to her, she was like, why not? And I was like, fuck it, why not? Let's figure this out.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out. Shoot a message to Mike, never respond. Shoot another message. Fuck it, I'm gonna go into your spot a couple times. And I run into him, like, let's make something happen. He was just like, hey, we can make something happen, such and such. But then I learned out that he the one created Lotus Spud. It's not even like a...
Like he took it from...
Like, I thought he got it from a franchise from somebody else. Him and another dude created Lotus Spud. So it's something brand new that's not even, like...
It got potential. It's something that got great potential. It's simplistic, for one.
I was like, why
potatoes,
not,
it's simple. You know what I'm saying?
Simple.
Potatoes and ingredients, delicious. Bro. It's like...
And the thing is, I fuck with it. And then another thing, who was it? Not Bob Saget, but other rich dude that fucking do marketing, stocks. He goes, I don't invest in nothing that I don't believe in. So even if my buddy comes up to me who is such and such and such and tells me this is gonna be great, if I don't believe in it, I don't invest in it. And in my brain, I was like, I fuck with Lotus, but I've been eating this shit for 3 years. Why not buy one? Dollar General everywhere, bro. That's what I told Mike the other day when we had it yesterday. Like, Dollar General is the only fucking place you can go in any part of the country. I'm in the country all the time. It's a Dollar General before there's a McDonald's.
I never seen where it wasn't a Dollar General.
Exactly.
I never thought about that.
There's a Dollar General where there's not a McDonald's. Why can't I put the Lotus Spud next to your Dollar General? Fuck it. I read a lot of money books. Buying into a franchise is the easiest way to make money because it's already structured.
The system.
It's already there. The system is there.
Yeah.
So why not buy into something? I'm working on my business. So why not buy into something that's already there that's gonna put money into my business?
And you don't really have to be.
And I'm gonna franchise my business because now he teaching me how to franchise. I don't know no shit about franchising. I've been telling Kay I want to learn how to franchise because I'm thinking about franchising my business. So now I'm learning how to franchise while putting money into my franchise.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I go to venture out to franchise my business, we already know what we doing. Because I already got one,
exactly.
or 2, or 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Or who knows?
That's it. Hey, we're going to have to try to get Mike.